welcome to Creators Spotlight. We are here this week with Malcolm Flex, who put together the Mythos Lab project and has done some other fun rooms like the Speed Dating Sim and Holy Matrimony. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Malcolm Flex. I'm 28 as of today. I work in insurance, but I also am a musician on the side. I do a little bit of music. I've been playing Rec Room for almost a year in December. So
Okay, and what platform do you play on?
I play on the Oculus Rift.
So, the Mythos Lab project was one of the winners of the Mad Science contest. And for me, when I walked in here, it immediately reminded me of like the Talos principle. And then there was elements of like the Myst series and Portal and other things like that. Where did you find all the inspiration for this room?
All right, so when we started the Mythos Lab, it was like day one of the contest was just announced. And like me and Utini were like kind of talking like, hey, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I was like, I don't know. But then like later on in the day, I was like, it just kind of hit me. I was like, instead of going for something very typical, I was like, why don't we go with something like way left field? And like kind of brought Utini, Harrison, Pepto all in the room, like, and kind of said like, hey, why don't we do something in the style like this? And then kind of were like, that might be a good idea. So we kind of all just started like throwing out ideas. We can do this, and Myst actually came up a couple times because it was like we didn't want a strong narrative. We wanted kind of the player to kind of figure it out for themselves in a way, maybe like nudge them here and there, but nothing too crazy.
What was it like trying to build a project this ambitious in that limited time frame?
It was a lot of late nights, a lot of coffee. There was there was times where like me and Pepto were staying up till like 3 a.m. like bouncing back and forth between the rooms because the main room was pretty much like my chunk of the project to do. So it was pretty fun because like we would I would do something, somebody else would do something, and then we'd kind of like share ideas like, hey, I did this, I did that, so like we could have this nice little glowing room that everything just kind of went together.
I know during the contest you had an actual like sword fight PvP tournament in here. Why don't you tell us about that?
Okay, so when we started building the room, there was actually a big empty space in the center that we were actually going to stick like a park or something. But then we kind of said, what if we did like a kind of like a dueling arena?
Yeah.
So we decided to throw a big tournament. It was like over 100 people who like signed up to compete in the tournament.
Oh, wow.
It was a very, very crazy day. Butter Puddleton won. I think they're actually doing for a lovely statue in the middle of Mythos Lab. So Butter won, so we put up a statue of him.
So one of your other big rooms was the speed dating simulator. Why a speed dating simulator in Rec Room?
That room was it started off as a joke because me, Beautiful Mule, and a couple other people, we went into this dating game show room. And the one thing that we kind of saw was like there was like a couple people up there, but everybody else was like not having fun because they were just kind of watching. So we were like, hey, like it was like a group idea. Hey, why don't we just make a speed dating room? So we kind of made it as a joke, but then it just kind of just blew up. Like, and I think that was in the second creators contest. So it just kind of took us by surprise that like we actually like placed second, I think, or third. I think it was third, and it was just so funny because we were like, we did not expect this room to be this big.
Tell me about Holy Matrimony. Have there been any real weddings there?
Yeah, there's a lot of pretend weddings, a lot of them. I don't think anybody's actually gotten like officially married in Holy Matrimony, but there's countless. Like I know every time I get like a creators box, it's definitely from Holy Matrimony because just random days I see like, oh, Holy Matrimony has 20 people in there. Oh, that's nice. Like, so it's kind of funny.
Do you have a top tip that you would give to new creators?
My top tip for new creators would definitely be to stick with it. I know when I first started using the Maker Pen, it was very overwhelming at first because I was like, there's all these features, there's all these shapes. How do I do this? How do I do that? My first room was actually called Dungeon Combat, and I actually never released it just because like I was like, nobody's going to like this. But from that, I learned if I just kind of keep on using it, I just got better and better and better with it. until
Right.
eventually you know exactly how to use it, exactly how to do certain things. So I guess the best tip would definitely be stick with it. If you feel discouraged, don't feel discouraged because we all have been there. We all started from somewhere. So definitely stick with it.
Thanks so much to Malcolm Flex for joining us this week. Be sure to like and subscribe below for more Rec Room content, and thanks for watching Creator Spotlight.